When did the Nash dribble become like a staple for you?
You know, it's a great question. Like, I don't remember when I started doing it. You know, I will say this though. I grew up, like, Wayne Gretzky was my hero when I was a kid, one of my heroes. And for anyone who watched hockey, he used to skate behind the net and stop, like facing the play with his back to the boards. So why is that ingenious? Because he's just changed the perspective of all the defenders, including the goalkeeper, the goaltender. So the goalie's sitting there, the puck stopped behind him. So when he does this, what does he see? He doesn't know, where the traffic's going.
Right, exactly.
So he's doing this. Then defenders, they usually have their back to their goal, seeing everything in front of them.
Right.
Now they have to turn and face their own goal. So they don't know who's cutting, who's changing, right? So it always resonated with me how he was able to flip the script on the defense, change their perspective, put them at a disadvantage. And so I think I started realizing, like, okay, I'm able to get to spots, but I don't have a solution. Like, I can't jump over everyone. You know, later in my career, you know, developed fadeaways and floaters and runners and use the glass and the one-legged stuff. But I needed a solution that I couldn't just get in there and have to take a bad shot or force a play. So what I felt was like, I earned this real estate.
Yeah.
So I'm not just going to give it back to you by like chucking it out for a non-player, you know, a guy that's not a creator to have to catch it, go to half court, catch it, get it back. I was like, I created a defenses now. They're all turning to face me. They don't know who's cutting, who's spacing, who's relocating, and are they going to switch, or are they going to try to get back? If they're going to switch, I'm in charge. I got a big on my guy, or I got the big that I can toy with. I can take him out. I can take a fadeaway. I can keep circling. I can probe, see which defender on the perimeter. So I felt like it was a real estate game. I'd earned that real estate. Now I'd change their perspective. Now they don't know whether to switch and get back. If you're on the perimeter, you have to turn and see where's that ball now.
For sure.
In the teeth. It's a little bit like post to pass. Why that's successful is throwing in the post. Now as a defender, you have to see man and ball. So if I turn to see ball,
I cut, I'm gone.
Cutting, screen slipping, whatever it is. So I felt like I created an advantage. I created confusion. I changed their perspective. They had to look in ways that they were uncomfortable or they couldn't see both now. And then if all else fails, if they don't switch, I could throw it up when they were trying to get back. If they do switch, we got a big under the rim, or I can take him out and take advantage. So it really just came from not being able to attack the rim. Like I mean, I could always finish, but I could, if I had space or time. I couldn't just go at a 7-footer or a 6'6" dude, right? Like, so I had to think, all right, I got here, I can exploit this still, just not in the traditional way.
Now that's interesting, especially like the correlation with the whole Gretzky thing. You know, being able to change the whole perception and POV by going behind the goalie, going behind the boards, and now I'm facing it. Everyone has to turn. So I never.
It's also like in soccer.
You
know, when someone like whips in a cross, if you play it between the goalkeeper and the defense, so the defense now is running back into a place where they don't want to let it go in case someone they can't see is coming behind them. But if they play it, they can put it in their own goal. The goalkeeper's like, should I come or shouldn't I come? So you're putting the defense in a position where you're like, you got some really hard decisions to make. So growing up playing hockey, playing soccer, you kind of recognize some of these things where you put them in a bad position that you can exploit, even if you can't like just run past everyone.
For sure.
Or get up over everyone. So, you know, I guess, what do they say? Like, invention is the mother of necessity, or necessity is the mother of invention. That's the right way around.
For sure.